So Young Thug and YFN LUCCI putting aside their differences and ending the beef has caused a lot of friction within Atlanta. Don't worry, I'm gonna show y'all this video real quick and then we're gonna get into it.
Yes, sir. Get in that video. We got to run.
Make sure you hit that like button real quick and you can figure out how you can win one of these for free. My bad, I ain't been telling y'all to do that. My fault. That's all on me. Let's do it this way, right? When you decide to cause peace, that's when you start to find out what people really feel. Whether good or bad or their own personal perception of it because they may know an individual, right? And some of y'all were very adamant to show me how Lil Woody felt about a situation as far as Young Thug. All right. Let's do it this way. For Lil Woody, he feels as though he's been used by Young Thug. All right. For Greedy, he feel like it's FYSL forever. All right. But here's the thing, and I want everybody to understand this, right? One thing we don't value in our black culture is getting old. Older. I can understand Greedy. I can understand Lil Woody. But the person y'all need to understand is YFN LUCCI's mama. If the person who house been shot up twice and she been shot up, if she can okay her son being cool with this, because y'all do know that his mama had to go, all right, Lucci stays with his mom. His mom is his OG, his mentor, his everything. If the person that you love the most say, go ahead, it doesn't matter what Young Thug's intention is. It doesn't matter. Could Young Thug have used this for notoriety, for financial gain, for all of these things? Yeah. Even if that's true, let's just say that's all true. The best thing going for Young Thug is that he's kicked out of Atlanta for a very long time. So him doing this doesn't matter. It's all on YFN LUCCI. It's not on Young Thug. Now, Thug tells a story. 21 Savage basically say, y'all need to dead that. But here's the crazier part. Even when Young Thug squashed that beef, he got a little baby to squash the beef with YFN LUCCI. So I hear all the financial gains, all of these things and everything, but understand this, right? Even if Young Thug, and I'm not saying his heart ain't pure. I'm not saying that. I'm just repeating what people may believe, and let's just be honest, it is possible. I wouldn't put it past. If I'm Lucci, I'm not going to trust Young Thug. You're not going to see us touring together and there's going to be a certain level of trust. I just can't. Me personally. I'll forgive. Yeah, all right. We cool. But I can't forget. And it is what it is. I won't operate with negativity. I operate with positivity. But remember this. Hard times create hard men. Soft times create soft men. Words of David Goggins, stay hard. Now I know what y'all probably thinking. Nash. But what should we take away from this? Why is it that we should even look at this as anything but positive? And that's the thing you should do. Anybody who looks at this negative and they don't have an experience with these individuals, I'm gonna be fair. So what? We've watched what's called a civil war. Well, we didn't watch it, but history tells us about a civil war in America, right? Where the Northerners and the Southerners went to war. That's what happened. We've seen too many times where black people could get in church and forgive people all the time. You watch Charlie Kirk's wife get up there and say, I forgive this person and all of these things. So if we're so quick to forgive others, why can't we forgive those who look like us? I hope that Young Thug did do this for financial purposes. I hope that this was a strategic move to just say, man, I want to get my money up and I want to do this. You want to know why? Because more people will do it. It gets to a point where everybody who's beefing and all this shit, you're either in your early 30s or your mid 30s, and 40 is looking at you in the face. And those 10 years of your 40s are supposed to be the hardest working years of your life. Do you want to spend your years as a 40-year-old man looking over your shoulder? Just curious. I'll give you a quick story, bro. I'm not going to say who it was or anything like that, but I'm going to tell you right now. This whole entire let's kill each other shit is stupid. And I'm going to explain to you why. I was 17 years old with a real reputable OG. Real big OG. I'm not going to say where he from or nothing like that. There are individuals I could point to and tell you, hey, man. Matter of fact, we could do it this way. I'll give you somebody who was there, and y'all can go ask him. Dude name is Don Trey. He from Oak Park, right? And I'm with one of the biggest OGs of the city. And I'm with him. He go to the people who he warred with the most at they goddamn picnic. And it was all smiles. He shook hands with a nigga who shot him in the head. They telling stories about fighting each other, shooting at each other, and all of this stuff, and it's all laughter. These men were 45 years old, 46 years old. And the reason I tell this story is because, nigga, this wasn't that long ago. Those 10 years ago when they was fighting. Those 20 years ago when they was fighting. These niggas actually tried to kill each other. And some homies even died. They got RIP t-shirts on because of people that this person hung out with, or people that person loved killed people that they hung out with, or people that they love. Why am I telling you this story, though? Because at the end of the day, all you niggas are dumb. Gang violence, all of this shit is dumb. All of this stuff. So if you're not going to be a part of the solution anymore, the bare minimum you can do is say, I'm going to fortify these things right here and make sure the next generation doesn't go through what I go through. Woody, Greedy, they don't have to say, I'm with that. But what you do have to do is you have to make sure your kids ain't on that same thing. Do you want your kids to experience that same as that cycle? And if your kids came up to you and said, hey, man, this person right here, he did this. He wanted to cause peace instead of causing war. What should I do? And when you ask yourself that question, more than likely, you're not going to tell your young son who has the rest of his life to look forward to that he should continuously look over his shoulder. Now, I've seen opposite. We've had all type of stuff. Like, just remember this. There's always been, especially in LA in particular, right? And it's documented, so I don't want to hear nothing you cats is talking about, where there have been peace treaties and all of this stuff, and then somehow it always gets ruined. Like in the 90s one, right? The 90s peace treaty. Hey, we on peace, we on this, we on that. And what happened? Police stays or drive-by. Ask Daylight when him and his homies decided to dead some beef that was going on. As soon as they did that, bro, Just his crew and another crew, I ain't gonna say who it is. Bruh, they decided to squash some beef. And you know what ended up happening? They put it all on social media. And then within 5 hours, a car nobody ever seen before came through and shot it up. They did almost go to war again, but there was calls made. So I ask you guys this question. To those who disagree with it. If you're going to disagree with the piece, can I ask you, what are you doing to keep yours? Secondly, even if it's for financial gain, it still is a look. And thirdly, and I need everybody to understand this one, is there ever going to be a point where you say, I'm just too old for this shit? Honestly. Is there ever going to be a point where you say, I'm just too old for this shit? Even if Young Thug's heart is not pure, even though there's people that saying, man, and I'm talking about specifically on Cleveland, man, Young Thug ain't did shit for me. Hell nah. Even if, gotta ask you, what the hell is war doing for you that's so beneficial that peace can't? I don't know. But hey, it is what it is, man. I know there's going to be people who disagree or whatever and all this stuff and everything. And, oh, well, Sadie Nash, you said this about Young Thug. You put up that video yesterday. Young Thug was trolling in that video, by the way. I just want y'all to know. You want to know how I know he was trolling in that video? There's a couple of things. Understand this. Galaxy gas on glass in your damn system for 15 minutes. That's number 2. I'm about to say, Lil Thug. Number 2. Y'all looking at the first successful troll rapper in rap history. That is Young Thug. Number 3. He knew he was going to that damn jailhouse yesterday. Y'all think he really got on the internet, crashed out like that without... Come on, all that stuff that he just did was all planned, bro. He's still with Mariah the Scientist. They never broke up. Hate to tell it to y'all. The people that half the niggas that he was talking about in that song, they didn't have no problems with him. So, understand this. Young Thug knows what he's doing. He knows how to press buttons on the internet. Just gonna be fair, square, obvious, and honest. But hey, if you stayed this long, you want to win one of these for free, just comment something right now. I don't give a damn what you comment. You Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. Sadie Nash, you terrible. You know, Sadie Nash, you super handsome. Stay away from my wife. You know, those kind of things. You can write that. That's perfectly fine. But make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you are an active subscriber. An active subscriber simply means you like every video, you comment on every video. And that's pretty much it. I ain't even finna ask y'all to share the videos no more. But subscribe, turn on bell to notify, share to keep your people aware. And click right here. What's the video? Hold on. I don't even remember the video that we did last night. And I was so dang out of it. My bad, y'all. What is the video? What is the video? What is the video now? To see how Dame Dash is going out sad, bro. The downfall of Dame Dash. Golly.